Welcome into Sportscape.
Howdy,
My
fellas.
name is Derrick Clyburn, and I'm joined by once again John Felipe.
That is me.
John, how you doing today?
Well, as you can tell by the Panthers' victory, I'm doing incredibly well. That was a fantastic win, one that I did not expect coming in that manner, and one that we needed to just fully transform. What a difference a week makes. Fully transform the perception of this team and Dave Canales and Bryce Young in one singular week. And I know it's similar with you, Derek, with the Colts. How's Daniel Dimes the third doing over there?
Yeah, man. We riding a high note right now.
Yeah,
3-0 to start the season. Couldn't ask for a better start for the team.
that's
You
right.
know, like I said before, like in the last part, I was like, we need to come in here with both our teams winning. And that's what happened this past, weekend. So that's a good thing. It was
It
a
was great.
wild week 3. It's a lot of good games. Both our teams
Yeah,
won.
yeah, and it's funny because I don't know if you saw the Falcons fired their wide receivers coach
Oh, I
because
saw
of
that. I saw that. Yeah.
it. And the Colts played the Titans,
Yes. Yeah.
and they came out with news that they're changing their play calling. So it's wild that
Yeah.
it's like the Bryce Reaper meme, like it's
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones the third.
Yeah. Man. Yeah.
My dad actually did computer work for his parents. He's from Charlotte. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I remember that. He
yeah,
went.
which
He
is
went
funny.
high
It's just
school.
so
Yeah.
small world kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
He
For
installed
sure.
NetNanny on his computer, on
Oh,
Daniel
okay.
Jones's computer. It's the reason he couldn't gamble as a child. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's a good weekend. Good week 3. I thought. Both our teams won in impressive fashion too, in dominating fashion. So
Dominating.
yeah.
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 The,
But we're
the
gonna get
Colts
in.
might be the real deal, too.
I hope so. I hope so. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start off with the Panthers. They shut out the Atlanta Falcons 130-0.
Yeah.
Um, for the first time in I think it was 10 years. I saw that they won by 30,
That's
and
right.
then
Since 2014, 11 years. And
right
then,
11 years, and then 30,
yeah, the
38.
shutout was
Yeah,
14. And then the biggest point differential was 15. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. So yeah, man. What were your initial takeaways from the game?
My initial takeaways was we needed this so bad. Like, literally, this was necessary to give confidence, like I was speaking about before, to be able to instill confidence in this regime. Like, they're building something, especially not firing Evero after last season's debacle, with the defense being so bad, kind of average at times in coverage, but horrific in rushing yards. And so showing, and Dave Canales stands by the system. He says, once we get it down and they execute, it's going to be good. And he does it. And he's been steadfast this entire time. And so seeing the fruits of it, this is the most dominant win of Canales' career by far. So it
Mhm.
says a lot about the direction of the team and the possibility of what we can do.
Yeah, you can just tell from the jump that it was they came out with a different type of feel, different type
That's
of
right.
urgency
That's
into the
right.
game.
And that's what Canales
Um,
always says. It's always about urgency. It's always about process. It's not about outcome. Yeah,
right. And the defense played phenomenal. I thought they were the story of the game. I just thought that
they
they
were.
played
Mike
tremendous.
Jack, Mike Jack looked incredible. Got that almost tutty. And then Shao Smith Wade, our 5th round pick out of Washington State last year, got a pick six. Like,
Hmm.
Nick Scorton was starting, and he looked good. Got a couple spin moves. It looked incredible. I liked the product that I was seeing from the defense for the first time, truly, in a year plus for Evero in the defense. It was good.
Yeah, it just felt like everybody was in the right positions and like
Latham
everybody like
Racing, that last like punch out from the
hmm
fumble recovery, like, and then we have Trevor Morrig, who was a huge part of this game as well. Played a lot of dime, linebacker, sometimes nickel, sometimes in the box, sometimes out. But Trevor Morrig, Lathan Ransom, Princely Uman Mielen, all of
yeah,
these guys, these young guys stepped up. These new additions stepped up. So I think coaching wasn't the problem last year. I think it truly was a lack of talent.
personnel, yeah.
Yeah, personnel in the defense. Yeah.
hmm hmm Yeah, I thought like I said, man, from the very beginning you could tell that like they were just made Michael Penix uncomfortable because he threw a lot
Yeah.
of errant passes and I thought that the coverage was excellent.
He
I
didn't have
thought
his best day. I don't know why that was, but I just you could tell something was off with him.
yeah, yeah. From the very
But I
beginning, I
would
think they held
gladly take, credit for the Panthers defense.
absolutely,
And we need
absolutely.
to use this as a kind of a jumping point to keep doing these exotic looks on defense. And, the way that we were calling the offense, like, be more creative. Like, we did a great job with this game.
Yeah. I thought it was they had complimentary football. I thought that they helped each other out. I thought that even after that, even the early muff punt by Trevor Etienne, like the defense came out and held, didn't allow them, just held them to a field goal or whatever. I mean, not even a field goal. They held up. They stopped them from even getting in field goal range or
I
whatever.
know. I know. They didn't even get past the 30-yard line. That was a statistic that came out. I was like, what? Wild.
That was wild. I saw that. I saw that. And like it just felt like everything was going the Panthers' way. I mean, the Falcons they missed kicks. Like I said, they were just throwing passes.
Yeah.
Missing easy throws. I thought, but I thought that they held B.J. Robinson in check for the most part. I mean, he had a couple plays, but other than that, they probably pretty much held him in check for the most part. Him and Drake London didn't have great days, but they
Yeah.
held him in check for the most part. Like I said, they made Penix like take the check downs. It was no explosive plays. Like they didn't get anything like downfield or anything like that.
He was going for the checkdowns.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Because nobody was open. I mean, the coverage. That's how good the coverage was. I thought.
I mean, Mike
And then,
Jack and JC Horn, dude, like,
man,
I best seventh round draft trade I've ever seen. We traded a seventh round draft pick for Mike Jack, who was a starter for Seattle that previous year. And I thought that I mean, I guess they thought they were moving on to a new regime, and they were like, all right, we could do without him. And he's been a stud here.
yeah. Like I saw like this season so far. Like they've. So this says that they have allowed like a 40% completion percentage, like when targeting those two corners, Mike Jack and J.C. Horn this season. They said that's first in
Among
the
the
league.
top.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so they've been like a really good duo, like one of the better duos in the league, I think.
They have.
You know, so that's good to see. And then um, Smith Wade, I mean, he came in there and did his
Playing
thing.
with that tutty, dog. That was
That pick
incredible.
six, I
And the
mean,
fact the concentration it took, because he was moving so fast to get the tackle, and then he was like,
mhm,
"Oh, I got the ball," and he almost bobbled it, and then he caught it.
yeah, for sure. And then like the defenses overall, like it's just been better this year. Like I saw they've only allowed like 5 offensive touchdowns and have 5 takeaways, which is top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Um, allowing only 17 like 0.7 points a game, so that's top 10 in the league.
Hey,
So I mean, the defense is on the uptick. I mean, and then I feel like when Panthers get their weapons back, like Jalen Coker, and then they get like more
man,
comfortable with
Jalen
the
Coker's my
offense.
favorite player.
Yeah, yeah. So when they get more comfortable with the offense, I feel like they're gonna be better in that. They're gonna continue to get better in that area.
Yeah, I mean, once we get a groove on offense, especially once Hunter Renfro and Bryce get on the same page, oh, that's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. And I think the crazy, I saw this one stat that was crazy. It said that 20 of the 53 points that the Panthers have allowed this year
Yes, have been off
came,
of turnovers, right?
yes, turnovers. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I saw that. And then we would be first in the league if it wasn't for those turnovers. And the
Right, right.
turnovers were correctable things. I think we can fix
Yes. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that it's just this better decision making, picking up blitzes better, and then, just having better play calls. I thought that they was better with the play calling today, like staying
substantially.
ahead of the sticks and
Substantially.
passing
It
the ball more.
started with, you know what it started with? Calling the 2-minute drill vibes on the first drive of the game. And that's why we scored a touchdown, because we were quick. We ran like one time and had Bryce just like dumping it off.
Yeah, that's what I like.
I
I really
love
like
it.
the
I love it. Bryce is so good at that, setting a standard quickly and just kind of getting into a rhythm. He did that
hmm
in Alabama like clockwork, you know?
yeah, yeah, and just getting it out quick, efficient with his,
Quick and
with
efficient.
his yeah, for sure. And then like his ability to use his legs too, his ability to use his legs. He had like a couple runs that converted third
I
downs in
mean,
this
he
game.
it ran for the only touchdown offensively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That was good to see. I mean, I saw this other thing. They were saying that Nick Scorton was being double teamed or chipped at like the fifth highest rate in the
I
NFL.
saw that as well. There was a graph or something, right?
Yeah, it was crazy because I was like, dang, I was like, he must be really, getting like he must be really playing well for him to get that type of respect this early in his career.
Well,
It's
the thing
appreciate.
about Nick Scorton that I'm excited about is he went from Purdue, where he was after the 2024 draft, everyone was having homeboy in the top 10. Like,
hmm
Nick Scorton from Purdue is going to be this next best like edge rusher. And he transferred to Texas A&M, I believe. It was Texas A&M.
Yeah, I believe it was. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Him and homeboy from the Bengals. But yeah. And he just had a horrible year. And he put on a lot of weight and he wasn't the same player. They asked him to play more interior. It just didn't fit. And then we were able to get him in the second round. Somebody that a year before, like this bad fit, like was considered a top 10 pick. And
yeah.
he's kind of showing it. He's kind of showing why he was ever highly sought after in the first place.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I mean, it feels like the Panthers just knocked the draft like the first few picks in the draft. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with Tedder McMillan, Nick Scorton, Princely,
Yeah,
guys like that. Like, so they definitely did a great job in that area.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
but and then like I mean, the offensive line I thought played well. Without having the two starters being out, Austin Corbett and Robert Hunt,
Cade
being out.
Mays, Cade Mays, the center. He was like a 6 round pick a couple of years
hmm
ago. We cut him. He went to the Giants practice squad. We had an injury, and then he came back here. And then when he came back here, he filled in for, ironically enough, Austin Corbett, and that was our best stretch yet. Like at that time, that's when Bryce had like that beat money time where he was like turning around and putting his hands up like touchdown, you know. So yeah, so I think it, Cade Mays is more than well equipped for the job.
hmm
Um, and then Chandler Zavala is somebody else. He was a 4th round pick a few years back. He's a really mean run stuffer. Uh, he is not always the most coordinated, so he kind of like leaves us with limited options in terms of pass protection, creativity, but he adds a lot in terms of the mean streak. You know what I mean?
hmm
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, I'm not that mad. We have a lot of offensive line depth. This might even be for the good. I mean, I believe in those guys for real. Like when Dave Canales says it, like a lot of coaches just say it. I actually am like, yeah, I kind of do believe in them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then they only allow 1 sack in the game, so that's really good. Coming,
that's right.
especially against a team that's like, they like to blitz. I mean, they like to, send get extra pressure.
Right.
So coming off a week where they like had JJ McCarthy looking like he didn't know what to do out there on the field the week before. So
I
I mean,
know. I was afraid of the Falcons. Or the yeah. I was afraid of them.
yeah, and the way they have been playing, I mean, so yeah, and then like just talk about like what you see, what you expect to see from them going forward. What they can take from this game going forward, and using this great win they had today, and just keeping that momentum going.
Yeah. I think the best part about this is it shows, and this is what I love about Dave Canales, it shows that the process is right. The process. It might not always reach the best outcome, but the process is what we strive for. And that's what he's consistently preached. And I've been listening to him. I actually take what he says to heart. I take what he says in good faith. And so I'm listening to him. And he's actually trying to build an organization where even if we don't win, what matters is the fundamentals, the basics of football, that we're able to exert the best effort that we can on this play and this play only to get this specific goal achieved. And he does a fantastic job of doing that. So to see us win by 30 and to shut out our opponent, and to see Dave Canales come up and be like, it's about the process. We have 24 hours to enjoy this win, but it's about the process. This is nothing yet. Like, it's like, okay, I'm excited now. I'm starting to get a little like delusional about my excitement. Like, you know what like, I think we
Hey,
might have something here.
I mean, you got to ride
Like,
the momentum. You got to ride the momentum. I
we
mean, they
might
got
have
some
something
winnable games
here.
coming up. I mean,
That's right.
I was looking at their schedule. They got some winnable games. The Patriots, who didn't look
Four in
impressive.
a
I
row.
mean,
Patriots,
Miami,
Dolphins, Jets,
Dallas,
Dallas.
who everybody's playing well against. I mean, you should
All of
expect
those four.
30 to 40 points against Dallas because they stink at defense.
And they
Um,
might not have CD, which would be
yeah, on
incredible. I'm
top of that.
sorry, CD. I love you, but like, man, it would be better.
And then they play the Jets after that. So those are winnable games, all winnable games, I think, for the Panthers if they come out, do their job, come out, focus, and have a plan, a game plan that's really good. They can do some things in those four games because none of those teams are
He really
good.
could.
Really. Yeah, absolutely.
In, ever since the change of trajectory in Arizona, the last 7-ish quarters have been elite football. Like, ever
Hmm.
since that happened, the first turnover in Arizona, it was on Bryce. It wasn't really Bryce's fault, but it happened to Bryce. And then there was something similar again. And Dave Canales even admitted, and I wouldn't say admitted like, oh, it's my fault, but like he made note of, they had great blitz packages right off the bat that it took us a series or two, a series and a half to try to stop. And then Bryce is smaller and he's trying to make something happen and he's falling backwards as he's trying to make something happen and he gets a fumble, you know? So I know, like, I think we're on the cusp of something great as far as the Panthers go.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think that they, got something they can, build off of. So, it's continuing to get better each week, build like, Dave Canales been talking about the process and continuing to, take it one day
Yeah.
at a time and, build the habits, good habits every week and every day, in practice or whatever too.
Yeah.
So that's good. I want to like share, like look at one play from the game that I really
All
like.
right.
It was this one catch from Tedder McMillan. You might know.
The one he flew up on the ground
Oh
and
my
grew
goodness.
wings like he drank a Red Bull. Dang, that looks so sick. Oh,
Here,
man.
here we go right here.
That's a quality angle.
Uh, yeah. Just look at him gliding
He's
and catching that.
smooth.
Like this the
He's
way.
so smooth,
Oh
dude.
my goodness.
He's so smooth. Silky smooth,
Like he
dog.
was gliding, bro. Like
Dog, he flew
just
through the air. He just kind of, It's he played volleyball. I guess that's what it is. That's what he attributes it to, at least. But like,
You can
man,
just
home,
tell that
yeah,
a
silky
stud, man, a
smooth.
playmaker from day one.
Silky smooth. You just locate the ball. AJ Green type. A lot of people are talking about AJ Green. I think this is a type of player similar to AJ Green.
Absolutely. I mean, just his impact. I mean, he's come in and he's produced, and I feel like they should be giving the ball to him a little bit more too. I mean, I don't think they get to him enough. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, and I think it's going to happen in due time. It's just
Mm-hmm.
the first couple of games, they were very specific scripts. I think Dave Canales was able to do more of the script he would have liked in this third game. Obviously, 30-0. But there was a couple of plays, a designed T-Mac uh, screenplay where this dude would have gone to the house if there was just one additional block. Like he had, and he dropped it. But he had open space directly through the green. So I'm excited for the new ways they're gonna utilize him.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then I think XL being out, that was something that I
What
think
do you think?
helped the
What do you
team as
think?
well.
Unfiltered. You said help the
I
team.
mean, it helped the team, man. I mean, the way he's been playing, I think he needs to get. I don't know his confidence is just gone to me. I don't know what it is or what happened,
That's
but
why, no, dog. That's why I didn't want to say anything, but I was saying it was like low key, like addition through subtraction a little bit.
yeah, I mean, what's his name? Bryson Tremayne. He comes in and he just catches the ball, whatever they throw at him, he catches.
That first drive, he was instrumental.
Absolutely, yeah,
2 catches on that first drive, and I think at least one of them was on third and crucial.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, XL has the talent and the physical tools. He just had to put it together. I think
I
it's
don't
mental,
know
really.
what
It's
it
got,
is with him, man. I really don't.
yeah,
He
yeah. He's
needs
got to be
to
better.
refrigerate that raccoon. It just reminds me of a story where like Adam Thielen was like, XL just came up to me and had some room temperature raccoon meat, and he's like, "You want some?" And I was like, I no, I'm good. All right, more for me.
Yeah. That's. I mean, XL, man. We hope you can get it together. Otherwise, you need to be sitting down and let somebody else come in that's gonna be producing.
Oh, you know who's about to
Um.
be producing. We can hear his theme music coming. Jalen freaking Coker.
Oh yeah, when he comes back, I think it's
When he
gonna help
comes
them as
back, he's gonna
well.
be the freaking man. He's my favorite player, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that before.
Hey, T Mac and Coker, man. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I'm excited to see. I think
And
those
then
two are
Chuba Herbert's been playing decent too, and I think they find like a
decent,
balance with
dog.
him.
He is reminding me so much of Christian McCaffrey. I was telling Jenna the other day. The way he runs, he just takes what's there. He's not the biggest, not the strongest, but he has a thick base and an athletic, kind of he can push forward, and he knows where the hole is. So he takes the 3 yards, the 4 yards where they are.
Absolutely, I think they found like a balance between him and Rico Dad. I thought Dad
Yeah,
was getting
Rico looked
better with
good.
each
Rico
game.
looked good.
Yeah, yeah. So I
I'm
think the
excited
offense.
to see a lot of people were like, memeing Jonathan Brooks. I'm excited to see Jonathan Brooks. I think he's talent wise has the tools more than any of them.
I
Let's
mean, just the
see.
speed, man. The speed.
Let's see how he is after 2 ACL tears. But like, I
Yeah,
think I think he's somebody that could very well be a stud.
absolutely, absolutely. All right, it was hop into the other game, the other team that I thought had a good game.
Oh
Colts,
yeah,
man, they
maybe a little bit.
improved the they improved the 3-0 in the season. First time since 2009. Um, playing great football. Um, 5 straight wins over the Titans. We own the Titans. We tell them all the time. I don't know why they get on social media to act like they something, but
Hey, yo, I feel that way about those Falcons fans too, dog. I'm not even gonna lie.
but the story with the Colts, man, is just the offense, how efficient they're being, one of the most efficient offenses in the league. I mean, they move the ball up and down the field methodically, but it's effective. I mean, Daniel Jones is continuing to play well. He's getting the ball in his
Yeah,
hands quick. The game plan is good. He's operating the offense at a high level, executing the game plan. Um, It's one last year we only scored 30 points 3 times. This year we already have we scored over 30 twice in the first 3 games. So that's great off the top. Um they got us. I mean, we got some insane stats. It says because we've only punted 1 time this whole season. So that it's
I think
like
it
that's only
really is a big upgrade. Like Daniel Dimes the third. I think he really might be the one. And maybe it was the Giants the whole time, says Saquon Barkley from the back of the room.
a yeah. I mean, whatever it was, I mean, he just didn't click with them. And other than that one season, and it didn't look like this either. So, I mean, he's playing his best football of his career. Like I said, the offense is just clicking. I mean, I think there's one stat they said they scored on like 77% of their possessions so far this season.
Yeah.
20 out of 26 possessions they scored on, which is the most of any team in the first 3 games in the last 45 years. So that's something significant right
Yeah.
there. And there's so many different stats, man, offensive stats that they got going on. Like it says that, like since this is the
No,
only
Strikton looks good. They look good
yeah
over there, especially that offense. I think really, truly, like he was frustrated by Anthony Richardson's lack of ability to like get his offense down, and I
yeah
think he's seeing finally a fruition of like what his goal was.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And then like I said, they're the only NFL team that has 0 turnovers and only 1 punt in the first 3 games in the history. Well, since it says 1939, so I guess since they first started
yeah.
tracking it in 1939. Um, the Colts are averaging 50 yards per drive, which is 10 more than any other team in the league, and the most of any team, like any offense, in the first 3 weeks of the season, like since 2000. So, I
Okay.
mean, it's so many different stats that how effective, how great this offense has been. Like they had this one stat where they're the
Well, let's
only
see it.
team.
I do. Well, Derek, I have to tell you, I do not want you to be crushed if they end up getting like blown out the next game. I
Oh,
hope it continues this way. I hope
man,
both of our teams continue this way. As a
absolutely.
matter of
I
fact,
mean,
but like that, like it's. I remember. I'm old enough to remember when the 3-0 Panthers, led by Sam Darnold, was the subject of a Brett Coleman video.
I'm well aware. You know my stance on Daniel Jones before the season, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
well aware. My
certainly.
my expectations are not too high. I just
It
expect
could
us now to make
change
the
at
play.
any
If
moment.
I would I would just say that if we don't make the playoffs, it'd be a disappointment at this point. I expect us to at
Oh
least
yeah,
make the
I can
playoffs.
imagine that, especially with the Texans at 0-3.
Yeah, yeah, and the Titans aren't good either. And Jacksonville, they find ways to lose games. They invent new ways to lose games every single week.
Yeah, except for to us, but that's okay. You know what? We'll take the coupon for later.
They should have lost that game too.
Yeah, yeah, we should have beat the Cardinals. We could have. We
Yeah,
could.
I mean, like I said, the Texans, they blew that game yesterday. I don't know what they were doing either, but it's not a here or there. Daniel Jones, he leads the league in yards per attempt. He has the best QBR in the league right now. Um, third in the league in passing yards with 816 yards through three
Yeah.
games.
Okay. So, do you think this is the offense of the Colts, or like any? Do you think any like standard quarterback? And Daniel Jones was a top 10 pick. Like, let's not get Danny Dimes the third twisted. He has athleticism. Like, but do you think any old quarterback could like run that system? And Anthony Richardson was just so bad, like that he couldn't do it.
Um, I think I mean, any good quarterback, I would say probably could. I mean, it's to his strengths. I think they're really like using playing to his strengths. Getting the ball out quick. Letting him
Uh,
see. He's very smart. I think he's very intelligent. Like he does
yeah.
the pre snap, and then he's like someone that can like see the field, and the offensive line is
He has
blocking well for him.
athleticism. Like, it's the
Yep.
wildest thing to see his athleticism. Be like, what? White boy can run?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And we have so many weapons. We got Tyler Warren and Josh
yep.
Downs and Alec Pierce and Michael
And
Pittman,
Michael Pittman. Yep.
Jonathan Taylor. It's like you have so many weapons, and they all complement each other well because
Adonai
they
Mitchell.
do different. Adonai Mitchell, I mean, they do so many different things well. I mean, Alec Pierce, a deep threat.
Uh-huh.
Michael Pittman, intermediate guy. I mean, Tyler Warren, he can use them in so many different ways. Outside, you can hand it to him in the backfield. You can have him do crossing routes.
Yeah,
Any type of route you want. I mean, Josh Downs, he's someone get open. He routes people up all the time.
he's
So
great.
it's so many different dudes that we have that can get open and do different things. I think it's just the whole thing coming together at the right time. I think for Daniel Jones and Shane Steichen at the same time.
No,
Obviously, the
honestly, I
better.
made that joke earlier about like Saquon Barkley, but like honestly, them having that elite talent and then going to different teams really shows how mismanaged that they
Yeah,
were in the Giants. Like,
absolutely,
they
absolutely.
actually did have talent, and they paid Daniel Jones. So even in that, mismanaged experience, they were like, okay, this might be our best bet. And then they
Yeah,
continued to be mismanaged and were surprised that he didn't win MVP.
yeah.
Like,
With the Giants, I mean, they always had a bad offensive line, and then their weapons weren't good.
horrible.
So other than Saquon, so I mean, it was just hard. And then I don't know too much about their system, but it did. I
I
mean,
felt
other than
bad
that
for
once,
Brian Burns. I was like, damn, man, we traded you for a couple of picks, but yeah, I hope you have fun over there. He seems to be doing all right. He got
I
a
mean,
couple of sacks the last week.
I mean, the defense looks straight over there, but the offense is terrible. Because Russ and them. But we'll get to them later, a little bit later too, because
Yeah,
has some news about them.
yeah,
But yeah, um, another stat that I saw for Daniel Jones. It says he's the first player in the Super Bowl era with 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 0 turnovers in the first 2 games in the season. So that's the first time that's been done in the
hey,
Super Bowl era.
that's great.
I mean,
Hey, the only stats I tend to care about though are W's and L's.
W's,
I was like,
W's
yeah,
and
you
L's.
gotta do Jameis need the W.
Need a W for sure, for sure. But we just gotta. I mean, what the Colts are doing is just tremendous right now, and then the defense is playing good. I mean, it's not playing the best, but they're getting better. They're getting the players back. Latu just came back this week.
That's right.
Have a lot of energy, a lot of injuries in the secondary. I mean, Kenny Mortis got hurt, so that's a little blow to us. But he played well yesterday. Had a pick 6
How bad hurt?
yesterday in yesterday's game. He said what?
How bad did
It,
Kenny
I
Moore
think they
get?
said he might be out for a couple weeks. I think it was a calf injury, so
Oh, okay.
you never know how those are. They can be lingering injuries, and
Yeah.
it didn't say he tore his calf or anything like that.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
just gotta. You never know how long it could be. I mean, they signed like another corner like today. So Mike Hilton, one of them. I
Yeah.
forget his name out the top, but he's familiar with the new
Ironically
Anarumo
enough, I
system.
know who you're talking about, and I don't remember his name either, but I remember the notification. It was like, yeah, it was like Mike Hilton or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, he played for the Bengals for a couple of years, so he's familiar with Lou Anarumo's system. So that's something he should be able to come right in and help out. Um, but yeah, man, so many stats. Colts are at second in the league in points per game, second in the league in yards per game, second in the league in explosive play rate, all
Yeah.
types of stuff. And
Yeah.
then Jonathan Taylor, man, he's playing so well, man. I
He's
think,
doing really well.
I mean, this is a great bounce back season for him. Just to let everybody know he's still one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah.
He's leading the league in rushing yards. I saw this one stat, which was crazy. It says he has more rushing yards. He has 338 yards on the season, leads the league, and he has more rushing yards than 17 other teams right now.
Himself, singular.
Himself has more yards right now than 17 other
I bet the
teams.
Panthers are one of them, low key.
Did I? Well, yeah. Wait, yep, they're on the list. Yep.
They're on the list.
Panthers have 272 yards right now. So yeah, he has 338 by himself.
That's
So
cool.
I mean, he's having a good season, man. When I think they say he might be the favorite right now for offensive player of the year. I think I saw something like a stat like that. Um,
Yo, you know who's gonna
yeah,
be offensive rookie of the year?
you going with Tedero?
I mean, there's some buzz around him growing. I mean, people are noticing every game he's doing something special.
Absolutely. I think it's between him and Emeka Ibuka. Both of them are playing well right now.
Yeah,
So
Ibuka's definitely, especially if Mike Evans he's hurt. So if he takes over the role, it's going to be neck and neck.
absolutely, absolutely. And then in this game specifically, I thought that Lou Anarumo's scheme it continues to confuse teams. I mean, with his variety of coverages and exotic looks that he shows up front, with the defensive line. DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, they doing an excellent job in interior to, getting pressure, causing havoc, creating havoc up there front so other guys can get loose and get sacks.
Yeah,
Um, Latu has like a high pressure rate, but we need him to finish sacks more often. But
yeah.
he he has one of the higher pressure rates in the league, Latu right now. So and then like
I
Cody
loved him
Pickett.
coming out of the
Oh
draft at
man,
Washington, right? Yeah,
you talking about Latu?
or something else. West Coast. What is it?
Oh, he came out of UCLA. UCLA.
UCLA. Or did he go to Washington and then when he had the injury, he went to
I
UCLA?
don't know if he. I wonder. It might be like that. It might have been what happened. I'm not totally sure where his first school was, but
Yeah,
yeah, that could have happened. Yeah, but Quiddy Pay had a sack. Taquan Lewis had 2 sacks. So those are players that were stepping up, helping out the defense. Nick Cross, someone that's leading the league in leading the team in tackles. He's led the team in tackles in every game this season.
yeah.
A key piece in the defense, someone that Lou Anarumo has been using. Line them up at linebacker, playing safety a little bit too. So moving them around and using them in different ways, and he's been successful at that. Um,
Word, dude. That reminds me of Trevor Morig, the safety
yes,
that we signed, and he's
both
been
of them are similar, and they both good tacklers. Like Trevor Moore
yep,
had some great plays. He has
good
some,
tacklers,
yeah,
sure-handed tacklers, and you could play dime linebacker, even a
yeah,
little nickel, match him up with like a big blocking tight end, like
yeah,
he'll go like his
yeah,
Dave
man.
Canales said his shoes will I forgot the wording, but think of it like a cartoon where he's moving so fast that his shoes are still on the ground. That's what Dave Canales said about him.
Too funny, too funny. The Colts, the 3 games have 103 points. That's the most points for the Colts since 1967.
Damn.
Second most in the league behind the Ravens, but the Ravens are 1-2. I don't know what they're doing over there, but we'll talk
I
about them later
mean,
too.
they wild game last night,
Yeah,
or
absolutely,
yeah, was it last?
a
Yeah,
very good game. But yeah, man. Colts. I think the way they're going, they're gonna be able to. I mean, they have a couple tests coming up. They play the Chargers and the Rams the next two of the next 4 weeks. I think they play them. So we're gonna really see if they're like a team that is gonna be good. A team to be reckoned with, playing against better competition,
right.
or they just continue to beat up on the inferior teams. Even though the Broncos, that was a really good win
Yeah,
last week, I thought. So we're gonna really see if they continue this success offensively. I don't think it's gonna be stay I guess at this level just because they're playing like I mean their efficiency is crazy. Like I think they the top of the league at both rushing and passing efficiency in the league. I don't know if that's gonna stay, but as long as they're like in the top like five as for the most of the year, I think that'll be good for them. Um, Daniel Jones at some point, I think he may like he's not going to be continue to play at this clean. He has 0 turnovers. I mean, we can only hope that
hey, well,
keeps
at
that up.
least Steichen's offense is good.
Yeah, yeah. I think the offense overall is going to be continue to be good. The offensive line's been playing well, so we should continue to see good offense from the Colts, and and the defense is going to continue to get better as these guys come back from injuries. So the Colts they're going to be a team that I expect to make the playoffs and play well for majority of this season. For much of the season. So it should be good. Good thing. I mean, the last time I think it said the last 3 times we've been 3-0. We went to the Super Bowl twice, and we was in a divisional round another other year. So I mean,
What
we're in good company. We're in good company. I don't think this
was
team
that? The
will go Super
last
Bowls.
one with the Saints, or was it
Yeah,
the Panthers?
2009, the Saints. Yep, that was the last time we went to start the
Oh,
season
okay.
3-0. Yep, yep. And then the
Wow,
other time in '06 when we won,
with the
and
Bears.
then yeah, and then '07 we went 3-0 to start the season too. But we lost in the division around that year. So, but yeah, I expect
Oh
the Colts to.
seven. What was 07? Was that
I don't know who they lost to that year. I don't know if it was the
Giants? Or Giants ended up
yeah
going.
Giants won that year. Giants won the Super Bowl that year. Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost in the division round. I don't know. They might have lost to like the Patriots or somebody.
Oh yeah, I said Giants like it was NFC, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, but yeah, man, the Colts are doing the good things, and the Panthers are doing good things. So we expect more from them.
That's
But
right.
we're gonna get into some more different stories around the league. We're gonna get a look around the league. Um, man, it was a wild. I tell you, it was a wild week 3. I mean,
Man,
I
a
saw
lot
this
of block
stat.
kicks.
A lot of block kicks. A lot of block kicks. Oh, I've almost forgotten. I want to show this one. I want to show this one play from Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Um, that in this game, he had this insane run in the game. I thought so. I want to show this one play before we move along. This was an amazing touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. He had some great runs in this game. He had 3 touchdowns total. So this was one of his runs.
Oh,
You
the
see,
quality of the video is incredible.
oh man, the spin move to be able to break that tackle, break another tackle, keep going. I mean, you just
Oh, look
see
at that. Oh, look at
different
that.
angle at
The
it. Oh,
thigh
the spin
strength,
move.
dog. He's
Tough.
he's so sturdily built, dog. Like he's like an oak tree, homie. But like one that can
Man,
move in different directions.
absolutely. If you want a running back, you want him built like him. Him and Derrick Henry, both ideal running backs to be built like.
Yep. And for some reason, Christian McCaffrey. I, I
Oh
don't
man.
know what it is about him, but he just squeaks out 3 yards every time at the very least.
Yeah, man. Just having a great season right now, playing like one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah, he looks
Six
great.
yards per 6 yards per carry in this game too. So that I mean, he was
You
great.
know
He was
what's
phenomenal in
wild?
this game.
Me and Jenna back here, she was asking about when we were drafting, who should I take at the second round with the 16-person league? Like, should I take another running back? And people were low on Jonathan Taylor. And I was like, you know what? Let's take a chance on Jonathan Taylor. Why don't you take Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor? And now what's she doing? Winning. Profit. No, but I'm glad to see them succeed.
I mean, I wish I would have took Jonathan Taylor instead of the dudes I take. I think I took like Chase Brown in them. I was like, oh man, very
Man,
disappointed.
I expected so much more from Chase Brown. But really, it's the Bengals offense. What was your other that you regret?
Yeah,
If you have
so
one.
many,
So
so
many.
many. He, Calvin Ridley. I mean, a lot of them. I don't know. We're gonna get into that later. We got a little segment. How we do fantasy standouts and disappointments. We're gonna get into that
Yeah.
in detail. In detail. Now let's jump into some of this news around the league. We saw, um, jeez, man. It says there are 7 NFL games on Sunday that featured a game-winning score in the final 3 minutes of the game. It says
Wow.
the most It's the most times that's happened in a single day since the 1970 merger. So, man, there's a lot of games. I mean, 49ers, Cardinals went down to the wire. Chargers, Broncos, Jaguars, Texans, Buccaneers, Jets, Eagles, Rams, Steelers, Patriots, and then the Browns and Packers. So, all close games. Once the Colts game in, I was trying to figure out like which game I should watch. I mean, I had
Yeah.
the YouTube TV.
A lot
They
going
got the
on.
port. they got the 4 box. So I had the 4 box on. I had red zone on. I was trying to keep up with everything. I was like, man, this
Yeah.
is crazy right here. I get, oh man, something just happened in this game. Oh, a block kick, another block kick.
The
Because a
block
block
kicks
kick,
were crazy. That was like insane.
insane. I mean, the Eagles had 2 block kicks in that game, which was insane. I mean,
Yeah.
the Eagles, man, the way they came back in that second half was incredible. The way they played. I thought the Eagles were gonna lose that game. I was like, I looked at the score because I was paying attention a little bit, but I wasn't paying attention, watching it closely enough because the Colts and the Panthers were playing. So I was like, okay, I was like, dang, the Colts,
Right.
they was up 26-7 or something. I was like, dang,
Yeah, I
man,
got it
26
at
to
the very
seven.
end after the Panthers game ended. Like that's where
Yeah, I was
like
like,
I saw it
I was like,
live. The
man,
block kick.
yeah, I was like, I can't wait to, rewatch the game and see what happened. To see what happened in this game, and then I saw like them score, like they finally scored, and I was like, oh, okay, because they said Jalen Hurts finally was like passing the ball. I was like, okay,
Oh my
so
gosh, Derrick. I thought of you. It was funny because they pushed forward and they were like Jalen Carter and um the other one, Jordan
Jordan
Davis.
Davis, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the Georgia boys were like in the
yeah,
middle, and I was like, oh, they were talking about how they were pushing forward and like trying to, and I was like, oh,
the leverage
no,
penalty.
no leverage, leverage penalty, no leverage penalty here. It made me think about that.
They didn't want to call it in this game. They
Nah,
said as defending champs, we gotta let them slide
no,
on
we
this
gotta
one.
let it. You should let it just happen. No leverage to be seen here.
No leverage. The Eagles is making an amazing comeback. But man, I think like Jalen Hurts had like only like 3 yards passing like in the first half of this game, the Rams
Uh,
Eagles game, and then he had like over 200 yards like in the second half
yeah.
passing. I was like, I don't understand why they're so conservative. In the first place. I mean, they have so
Dude,
many
it
make. I
reminds me of
mean, make.
Dave Canales when we were talking about the Panthers. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
let's do a hurry up offense and let Bryce just be an efficient point guard that we know he is. Like,
I mean, they have so many great weapons. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goddard. I mean,
yeah.
Jonathan Johnson. I mean,
I'm not an AJ Brown owner. How did he do this week? Was that
oh
a
man, he did amazing. He had like over 20 points. I mean, I got him in one
what?
of my
I know
leagues.
everybody was mad the first couple of weeks. They were saying
First,
sell him.
man, I was like, because you have to be, you can't bench everybody. I mean, when
Yeah,
he's that good
you
of a
have
player,
to
you
sell
can't afford to
somebody.
bench him. It's like, you got Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. They're struggling
He
right now
may be a
because their
first or
quarterback
second
sucks.
round pick for most
Because
teams.
their quarterback sucks. So he's like, it's like you can't bench Jamar Chase. You can't bench Justin Jefferson. You can't
There's no,
bench
I mean,
AJ
there's no. What's your
Brown.
alternative? Homeboy from the Trey Tucker.
Oh man, he's gonna be coveted this weekend on waiver wire. People gonna be
Oh, I see it. I see it
clamoring to
happening
get him.
in real time. I see it happening.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, they got the ball to their dudes. I mean, and then the defensive line started playing well too. I mean, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter started making their presence known. I was just like, the Rams, they don't look like they got any answers for this. I'm like, good. I'm like, imagine how good the Eagles team could be if they just passed the ball more often. But yeah, man, it
Yeah,
was
because
crazy.
they have like a sturdy. I mean, their running game is incredible. Then they have Saquon behind it. Like, and
It's
then
just
Jalen Hurts can get the tush push, or he can run himself. Like, it's just
yeah.
like over and over and over again. You know,
It's like pick your poison. Like they could be one of the best offenses in the league if they allow it to.
that
But
was one of the things too. We'll get to later, but like about the Eagles, and I have an opinion about
yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure, man. So many good games. I mean, the Vikings, man, they completely smacked the Bengals. I saw this one stat of the day, guys. Stat of the day. So Isaiah Rodgers, he's a cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. He had an 87-yard interception return for a touchdown, a 66-yard fumble return for a touchdown, and two other forced fumbles in the first half of this game.
Right.
That's the first time that's ever happened in the history of this game. So he had
Wow.
an interception, pick six, a fumble that he returned for a touchdown, and 2 other forced fumbles in his game in the first half of this game.
Right.
I mean, that's crazy. Like I never heard a stat line like that before. I'm like, he might
These
like that
games
might
are
be the best.
crazy too. I mean, the
Yeah,
games are crazy. Like, I mean, they've become so much more offensively driven, and like, I feel like the most unique stat lines like those are going to happen if any time in the league, most likely to happen now. But
yeah,
it still holds water though.
absolutely. And then, of course, they did it against the Bengals with out there.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow's
without
not
their kick.
playing.
Yeah,
I mean, they got Jake Browning, who's turnover. I mean, he leads the lead in interceptions already, and he's only
yeah.
played like 6 quarters now. But I mean, people were saying they should trade for like Kirk Cousins. I saw somebody was saying that. I was just like, I was like, I don't know, but
LOL. No, thank you.
you know, it's just crazy. I'm like, I mean, if that's what they want to do,
I wouldn't
But I
run
did
him.
have, yeah. I mean, it's not worth it at this point. I mean, tank, get some people, help Joe Burrow out, get the offensive line taken care of, and ask the people in that defense because it sucks, But one question I did have. Oh, before I go to this question, some news today. Russell Wilson got benched by
I saw Jackson Darts, the new QB1.
I mean, he got benched. New QB named new starter for foreseeable future. Russ, he had one of the worst games I've seen in a while for a quarterback after having one of the best games. I mean, I mean, I guess you can just say it's the Russell Wilson roller coaster at this point in his career.
Yeah, Russell Wilson had a system, I think, built around him in his years in Seattle that they were able
Absolutely.
to get first round picks in return. I'm glad they were able to get that, but I think they knew he was only going to work within a specific set of circumstances. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. And now it just feels like he's kind of lost it. He's not consistent as he used to be. I mean, he had that amazing game last week against the Cowboys, which I feel like every team will have an
yeah, he's
amazing game
still
against the Cowboys
talented.
this year.
Like, don't get it
Yeah.
wrong. You know, he's still talented. It's just he needs
Yeah.
to be used in a very specific way to be
But
successful.
and then yesterday against the who did they face? Hold up. Who did they face yesterday? The Giants. I forget now. But yesterday he had a
Oh, Chiefs.
horrible game. The Chiefs, yeah, he had a horrible game. I mean, one of the worst games I've seen from a quarterback in a while. I mean, he
Oh,
was
yeah,
throwing the
that's why he's
ball.
benched now because of that.
I mean, everybody's talking about that
Dude, I
sequence.
was watching the highlights. Like, I didn't see it in real time because it was at night and I was like going to sleep. But like, dude, I was like, please, Giants, you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever. Please. And they
Yeah,
didn't. Disappointed me.
they had. I mean, he had a sequence where he was just throwing the ball out of the end zone, like on second, third, and
Yeah,
fourth and goal or something.
that was
Like,
a big play. That was a big play. I saw that, and there was a lot of
yeah.
discourse about
So,
that the next
and
day.
Jackson Dart had some success in the preseason, so we're gonna see what he got. But one question I wanted to get to,
Yeah,
right now, it's 3 teams. I mean, 3 teams in this league that we thought were 3 of the best teams in the league. We think of coming to the season, we thought were going to be 3 of the best teams in the league. Still in that conversation, obviously, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Bills. Probably the top 3 teams in the AFC. If you think about it, the Chargers have come into that conversation a little bit. Um,
right.
but which do you think is more problematic or more concerning? The Chiefs' offense, the Bills' defense, or the Ravens' defense?
Mm, mm. I would say the Bills defense. At like just off of first glance, I'm sure there's more nuance I can get, but I am not afraid of the Chiefs offense. Like
Right.
I'm sure they're going to be fine with Patrick Mahomes and
they always make it right, get the ship right at the right time.
dude, like every week they like had the worst like 13-3 season. Everybody was like, "Oh, what's wrong with the Chiefs?" And you look and they're 13-3, but they were barely winning games. Like
Yeah.
I just feel as though they're going to get that right. And I believe in the Ravens defense a little more because of the sheer talent they have. Guys like Roquan Smith and Kyle Hamilton, you know. And now Mike Green, I mean, whatever is going on with him, he's still
Yeah.
like could be a stud.
Yeah.
So I think it has to be the Bills defense.
Yeah. For me, it's the I would say it's between the Bills defense and the Ravens defense. It's kind of like both defenses are so concerning because in the playoffs they don't show up. Like the Bills, I think they have like they're allowing like over 28 points a game or something like that in the playoffs last few years or something like that, something crazy. So the fact that they haven't added like I think like Joey Bosa has been good for them, I think, but a good addition for them. But for the
Yeah.
Miami Dolphins to have that, to drive up and down the field the way they did in that game was just concerning to me. Um, I still, I still think, I mean, they still win the games. I think they make, so they're probably gonna be a bend but not break defense. But it gets to like the better teams. The Chiefs, you can't do that against because the Chiefs, if you let them, they're scoring you every time, like when it's time.
Yeah, exactly. Just give them another drive, and it's
Yeah, and then the Ravens, man, they just make, but more than the defense, I think it's just like boneheaded mistakes, like self-inflicted mistakes. Like yesterday, they had the fumble. Like Derrick Henry had the fumble late in the game. I think that changed the
yeah.
game.
I mean, that was probably one of the most impactful plays.
Yeah, I mean, but they are allowing a lot of points. I think they're like 32nd in like scoring defense, and then 31st in like yards, allowing the most yards in the league. So
Yeah.
so it's kind of like I didn't feel like that's something they can work on and get better at. But both of them, this is their year. I mean, the Chiefs. This is probably the most vulnerable the Chiefs have been in a while. So this is probably their year. One of those two teams, their year to
Yeah, that's why I was
win.
rooting. Me and Jenna were rooting for them to go 0-3 against the Giants. Come on, Giants, you got this. they didn't. They didn't got this.
I had no belief in the Giants. I did not expect them to win. I mean, Giants, they're terrible. So,
Yeah,
but we got a great game next week. Ravens Chiefs, so we get to see, a little glimpse of who's going to win that game. See if it's good.
yeah,
It should be a good game in that
yeah.
area. But yeah, man. There's one other step for the Ravens. It says they're the only team to have scored at least over 100 points through 3 games and have a losing record. So right now the Ravens are
Because
one
they're
and
one
two.
and two, right?
They're
Yeah,
1 and 2, and they scored 111 points over the course of the season so far.
yeah. I
So
think they'll be fine too. I
yeah,
mean, just it's a 3 game sample, and the games that they lost, like there's nothing to be concerned about. They're gonna crush all the average teams that are gonna be on their schedule.
absolutely, absolutely. Man, coming up next, we got a new segment, man. We got a new segment. Yes, sir.
Oh snap!
We got a new segment for you guys. Something that we've been working on. Something that I think is a really good concept. But it's called "True, That's Debatable, or False."
67.
So, 6 man. But the first one,
That's
so this is how it works. We're gonna say like a statement or a claim that's pretty popular, a storyline we believe in or may not believe in, but it's popular around the league. And we're gonna give our opinion if it's true, if it's debatable, or if it's false. So the
yeah.
first thing we got for you. Eagles are Eagles are the best team in the league. John, what you think? True? That's debatable or false?
Well, I could get philosophical and be like, what does it mean to be the best? But I will give an answer that I think would generally lead to the best outcome. Yes, I think would generally lead to the best outcome, regardless of who they face on any given week. I think they are the best at doing that. you know,
Yeah. For me, I definitely think right now it's true. To me, the Eagles, they're the most balanced team in the league to me. They have a great defense and then they have a great offense. I mean, the offense is they have so many different weapons: Saquon, Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, one of the best offensive lines in the league. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. I think they said over the they won their last 17 games, so that's something. I mean, that's including the playoffs. So they've won the last 17 games. They showed that they got the championship pedigree. They know how to win in every type of situation. They can win in so many different ways. They can win with their run game. They can win with their pass game. If they need to win with their defense, the defense need to step up, and make plays. We saw in yesterday's game. I mean, the defense step up, special teams. I mean, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. I mean,
Yeah,
had blocked
they're
kicks.
finding new ways to innovate.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that
They have great coaching
definitely
too.
yeah, great coaching as well. I think yeah Nick Sirianni's coming one of the better coaches in the league. I think so. And I think I mean, they've been winning games like this year and then some of last year without even their offense being explosive, without even using their passing offense to their like fullest ability too. So I think that if they ever tap into that more often, I think they could be even more dangerous and even more dominant in the regular season.
Right.
Um, so definitely think that's true. Going into the next topic. Um, the Chargers, man, they're 3-0 in the season right now, but the Chargers, are they in the same tier with the Ravens and Bills as the top contenders in the AFC right now? Is it true? That's debatable, or is it false?
I mean, I have to say that's debatable. Like it's not wrong.
Hmm.
Like they're playing the best football of Justin Herbert's career at the very least.
Absolutely.
Like they're doing a great job, especially Greg Roman, somebody that's more of a run heavy guy, is doing a good job of like creating these electric passing series. So
Hmm.
I think I think they have the capacity to be, I feel as though the Chargers, and I'm kind of rooting for the Chargers because I feel this way, are like the Panthers of the AFC. That's just how I feel. Maybe it's the powder blue uniforms that gives me a little like I like it, but I've always rooted for them from afar, and I feel like structurally their team is built in a similar way. And so, are they in the same tier? The only things that are going to matter are the outcomes. So let's see over the next 5-10 weeks, and you can tell, if you're in the same tier or not.
Yeah, I definitely think it's debatable right now. I would say that's debatable.
Yeah,
I want to see more, just a little bit more. I know they're off to a hot start. I like what I've seen. Justin Herbert's been great. I mean, the way they came back against the Broncos yesterday was really good. I thought they stepped up, made some great plays. Justin Herbert had these crazy throws yesterday. I mean, he had some insane throws yesterday that I thought that were just excellent, like on the critical drive, last two drives to help put them in the lead.
yeah,
Um, the defense has been great. Um, they held like Geno Smith and Bo Nix both under 200 yards. I mean they had a couple sacks in every game. So I mean, the defense has been showing up, and I think that in the passing offense is much better. Like this year, like Justin Herbert's throwing the ball more. They're letting him take more ownership of the offense. I think. I mean, Keenan Allen coming back, that's been a huge for them because he's become like one of their go-to options in critical situations.
that's
Quentin
right.
Johnson has stepped up this year. I think Quentin Johnson is like sixth this year in the league in receiving yards right now. He's sixth right now in receiving yards. So
A lot of those deep passes too.
I mean, he's catching the ball way more. Like I mean, the last couple years, I mean, he's been a drops guy. I mean, everybody's like, man, this dude drops too many
Yeah,
passes. I mean, I've had to add him in my fantasy team. Had to add him, have a late add in my fantasy team. Adding him in my fantasy team late. I'm like, this dude producing. And then Lad McConkey, you know how he gets down.
man, we could
He
have had him, but that's okay. XL is going to show himself. I believe in you, XL. If you ever watch this, I've never stopped believing in you. Just prove me right, please.
right, yeah. I mean, Lad McConkey, he's someone that gets open all the time, and you get any throw it to him at any time.
Yeah.
Um, Amari Hampton, he's getting better with each game. He had his best game of the season yesterday. Um, so I mean, they're
Yeah,
getting
I
more
mean,
confident.
incredible. But he is going to not have Najee Harris, so is that going to be a
Yeah,
positive? Or, I mean, you think
we'll see.
more opportunity, but also it's a lot more wear and tear.
Absolutely, that's true too. That's true too. But yeah, the, like I said, the Chargers are 3-0. They beat 3 of the division opponents already this season. No, they haven't allowed a team to score over 21 points yet this season, so that's really good. But as far as the Ravens and the Bills, I think we just seen it from them more. We've seen them
Yeah,
over the last couple of
because you
years
know what to
be in the
expect.
yeah, you seen them in the AFC Championship the last couple of years. We seen them compete with the Chiefs, almost beat the Chiefs. So we're talking about the Chargers, and then we've seen the Chargers track record. I mean, they blown leads like the last couple of years. They lost to the Texans last year, who weren't good at the end of the year. And the year before, they blew a lead to like a 27-point lead to the Jaguars. So the track record is just not what it's needed to be
Yeah,
enough to put them in that conversation right now. But it's debatable. They're rising. They're on the high. I mean, they're on the rise. I think they can be there. I want
yeah,
to see it. I mean, more competition is always good to me. Justin Herbert, he's starting
yeah.
to, live up to his talent. I think he's using his legs more. He's more confident, making the great throws. Um,
I think
I
they're
mean,
gonna definitely challenge for the AFC.
absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Next one we got here. The Seattle Seahawks, they've played pretty well this year. But the statement is the Seattle Seahawks can win the NFC West and are a sleeper team in the NFC. Is that true? That's debatable, or is it false? What do you think, John?
I say that's debatable. I mean, maybe. I mean, it's not wrong. I just think the NFC West is very much up for grabs when it comes to the 49ers. They just lost Nick Bosa, so that's a big loss for them. But
Big
they have
loss for them.
yeah, they have Christian McCaffrey back, and they always have Kyle Shanahan, and they've had injuries every single year, and they do well every single year except for last year. So, like, I'm thinking they'll probably do well. I hope, other than the game that they play us on Monday Night Football, but I'm thinking they'll probably do well. So it's going to be how much better can the Seahawks do? So how does this Sam Darnold experiment work out for them? So that's why I'm saying it's debatable.
That's the key right there.
Yeah,
That's debatable. The reason why it's debatable, well, mainly because they haven't really shown it in the past, but
yeah,
it's the NFC West, I think it might be the best division in football. I mean, they got the Cardinals, the 49ers, and the Rams, who are playing pretty well right now, I would say. Cardinals probably the worst team in that division.
yeah.
But they're competitive with everybody every single week. They play competitive football. Um, but the Seattle Seahawks, to keep with them, their defense is excellent, man. Like like I said, the number one team ranked in DVOA right now. Um, like I said, they got a great defensive line. I mean, they got one of the defensive linemen is like among all interior defensive linemen first in sacks, pressures, hurries, run stops, and solo tackles. So that's something that I mean, their defense is excellent. The key is
Yeah,
Sam Darnold. What version of Sam Darnold
yeah,
are you going to get?
yeah. I
Are you
mean,
going to
the
get the
Vikings,
one?
the Vikings FAFO last year at the end of the year. Like it was all good and well until Sam Darnold became the other Sam Darnold.
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. You're like, we don't know if we don't know what Sam Darnold we going to get at the end of the year. So
Right.
it's like, man, I mean, he had a great regular season last year, but what Sam Darnold's going to show up in the playoffs? Can he
Yeah.
lead us in the playoffs? Can he
Yeah.
beat? Can he step up and show up in those big moments? We don't know. We haven't seen it, so we don't know. I mean, the offense they got weapons. I mean, Kenneth Walker has played really well this year.
That's right.
They got Jackson Smith and Jigma. They got
I
Cooper
mean,
Cup.
that dude is like an automatic first down.
Absolutely, absolutely. So they got it. I mean, they got weapons. I mean, offensive line can be a little shaky, so you don't know. That's always a factor in
It's
Sam
for the
Darnold.
best.
If the
It's
offensive
for the
line is
best.
shaky, it's
The
gonna
last.
it can hurt him because he needs everything around him to be really good. The
Perfect.
system
Yeah.
to be good. I mean, he needs to be good. Right now, I think I saw this stat like they said like he's number one, like a number one quarterback. I think in like PFF grade. He has the number one PFF grade right now among quarterbacks. Um,
Wow.
but
Would be impressive.
it's definitely impressive for sure. And I think like I said, I think they can compete, but it's still the jury's still out on whether or not they can win the NFC West. I think they have a great chance of making the playoffs for sure, just because their defense is good and Sam Darnold can play well enough.
Yeah.
They can get in there, and then their schedule isn't as daunting as the other people's schedule. Like the Rams, they have like play the first place schedule. You know what I'm saying?
I think
The one injury,
San Francisco also has a very easy schedule,
they have a
but
very easy schedule. Yes, yes, yes.
now
The
they
injuries are just piling up. Injuries are just
yeah.
piling up for the 49ers. Nick Bosa's out, and then Brock Purdy when is he coming back?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Mac Jones is starting.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And then the receivers. I mean, Brandon Ayuk ain't back yet.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so they've been doing a lot. George Kittle's still out. So they did a
IR, I
lot of
believe,
injury.
right?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of injuries right now. So
a
I
lot of
mean, it's
injuries.
really
Football's a
competitive
brutal
division.
sport, dog. I
I'm
wish we
telling you.
could turn off like a Madden, turn off injuries just to see what would be the best,
Oh man,
the
that would
best
be
of the best.
amazing.
The best of the
That
best
would be
actually win.
amazing, bro. I would love that. I would love
That would
that
be
because
sick, dog.
I want to see the best players playing, all
Yeah,
season long.
injuries help no one. They just suck.
I mean, no one. It's just, I mean, they're awful.
Yeah.
The next one we're going to do CJ Stroud, man. CJ Stroud is going to regret being drafted by the Houston Texans. Is that true? Is that debatable? Or is it false? What you think, John?
Is gonna regret being drafted by the Texans. I think that's false. I don't think it's gonna be that simplistic. It's not gonna be about the Texans. If CJ Stroud has some regrets, I think it's going to be seeming like the type of guy he is going to be more self reflective, oh dang, I could have done this better, or we should have set people up better. But saying the Texans, I think it's too base level. I think that he wouldn't ever regret being drafted by the team that took a chance on him.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's kind of debatable. The reason I say that is just because they haven't put him in the best position to succeed since his rookie year. And even in his rookie year, I think it was a lot of him elevating everyone else around him because the offensive line wasn't great then either. And
Yeah.
then the coordinator, man. I mean, last 2 years the coordinator has been awful. I mean, you got Nick Caley this year, Bobby Slowick last year. The offensive line is terrible. They traded his best offensive lineman this offseason.
I don't
Like
know why they did that. I still don't understand that at all.
they traded Laramie Tunsil to the Washington Commanders. I was like, why would they do that? And then Season Shaw, he hasn't looked the same since. I mean, Nico Collins looks good. I mean, but everybody else is awful. I don't know what kind of scheming they got going on. What the offense they have no run game. The run game is god awful right now. The run game is non-existent. So he's getting pressured every when the highest quarterback's being pressured in the league right now. The offensive line
The
stinks. They
line's
have
not
no
doing
run
their job.
game. None of the other receivers are stepping up. Jaden Higgins, Jalen Noel, the rookies, they're
I
not
mean,
playing
they're
well yet.
rookies. What do you
Yeah,
expect? They literally were
yeah,
playing
yeah.
South Dakota State last week. What do you expect?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, man. Like I said, they haven't scored over 20 points this year. They only have 3 touchdowns on the season. I mean, that's worse than the league. So it's like I saw this one thing that said they have a 0% red zone touchdown rate. Like they haven't scored in the red zone this year. Like that's
Dang,
crazy.
that's wild, dog.
They're averaging 12 points a game. I mean, their last scoring rate per drive. I mean, he's struggling, man. And it's on CJ Stroud too. I'm not gonna say it's all on the coaching staff and the GM and everything around him. He doesn't seem to be playing like his best football right now. But man, everything around him is just
It's
trash.
crumbling around. I mean, his offensive line is not helping him at any point, and then his receiving core is. I mean, really, Tank Dell was such a great. He was his Jalen Coker. Like that was
Yeah.
like somebody that was just such a great outlet, and then he gets hurt twice, and that was such a big reason why he was so good. And then Nico Collins, and then he had Stephon Diggs last year that he doesn't have, and still
Yeah.
they had a bad O line. Like he's been through a lot. Like
A lot. A lot. A lot. And then, like I said, I mean, you just want everything. Like, could you imagine him with the Colts right now? I mean, how good he would be with the Colts and that
somebody
infrastructure.
said that on social media, they were like, since something happened, they were putting the touchdown to interception ratio for Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud, and they were saying like their point was like we're not that different, you and I. But the funny part is like the people in the comments were like putting the full statistics of CJ Stroud, and it was like, dog, he's like,
Yeah, yeah,
what are
yeah,
we
yeah,
doing here? But
yeah.
he
I
would
wouldn't
be
do that. I
great.
love AR, but you can't put him in that conversation. I love AR, but
It's
yeah,
not even in the same conversation.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
would love to see CJ Stroud on the Colts.
yeah, yeah. Um, we'll just do one more, and then we can jump to the next topic before we head out.
Okay, weird. Cool.
um, yeah, we can do this one. The Lions are the biggest threat to the Eagles in the NFC. Is that true? That's debatable, or is it false? John, what you think?
Biggest threat to the Eagles? I say that's false. You know why? Because the Panthers are the NFC. I love how you already knew it. How can I say that? How can I say that and not believe hope? The 2015 Panthers, when they went to the Super Bowl, nobody thought they were going to be good. And then they became very good because they were well coached and they all worked together. And I think that's going to happen this year. So I'll give a real answer about those two teams, but the answer is false because the Panthers are going to be the biggest threat. But I think the Lions are going to, they're going to be a difficult, like the Eagles and Lions are going to, I think in terms of the most stacked personnel, those are going to be the two head to head, especially when you see what the Lions did to the Ravens just
Yeah,
last night on
yeah,
Monday Night Football. Like that was
yeah.
insane. So
Insane.
they're a team that has talent on every step of the way, regardless of Ben Johnson no longer being there. Clearly, they have an offensive system that's going to produce success. I mean, despite Frank Ragnow retiring, like and
Mm-hmm.
any injuries and losses, like they continue to produce to that degree. I honestly, starting off, I had the Lions as my Super Bowl pick, thinking like
Wow.
yeah, I guess it's public information now, but that was my Super Bowl pick. Besides the
Yeah.
Panthers, we're gonna go 17-0 and win the Super Bowl.
Nice, nice. I think it's true, man. The Lions, man, they showed me something yesterday that I didn't. I mean, I hold the Ravens so high. Like they're my Super Bowl pick. The Ravens are my Super Bowl pick. To be honest, like
Yeah,
I've been
that
saying,
would be
like
a
the
fun
Ravens.
Super Bowl. Those two, a rematch.
Absolutely, man. Um, man, their defense has just stepped up. I mean, we know what their offense is. It's amazing. I mean, they got probably the best running back duo in the league, David Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs. They got so many weapons. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Sam Laporta and Jameson Williams. I mean, Isaac Tesla has shown flashes. So
Oh,
it's like,
that's another Jalen Coker.
for sure. But we've seen like them step up and do their thing. But the defense, man, like I said, the defense, I mean, they have 11 sacks on the year, second in the league. I mean, like yesterday they had what is that? They had 7 sacks and 30 pressures against the Ravens yesterday.
Wow,
That is insane.
incredible. Yeah,
Insane. They held Lamar to a negative EPA on scrambles. And then
so a
they
lot of Aiden Hutchinson like anchoring
yeah,
that line.
absolutely. And then you got guys like Brian Branch and what's his name, Alex Anazone. I forget how to say it. Alex Anazoni or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, Naomi. It
Jack
says
Campbell.
Yes. Terry and Arnold. I mean, they said that Ravens only had two successful runs on early downs. So it's something that the Ravens like to do, man. They like to establish that run game early. They weren't Lions made sure to bulk up and stonewall them on those plays. So I think that's something I didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, the offense is just incredible. I mean, they can beat you any type of way, underground, in the air. I mean, they got a good offensive line. The playmaker, the offensive coordinator this year has shown that he's getting better each week with his play calling and
Yeah,
creativity, innovation. So
I
I
feel the
mean, that's
same way about the Panthers too. Like that's where I'm
yeah,
like, okay, you can see when it's getting better, when it's getting more creative, when it's getting more open, more confident. Like that's when you hit your stride.
yeah, for sure. And then one step before we go to the next topic, it says the Lions became the first NFL team since 1970 to compile the following numbers over any 2 game span: six passing touchdowns, six rushing touchdowns, 0 sacks allowed, and zero turnovers. So no turnovers, no sacks, six rushing and six passing touchdowns over the last 2 games. So they've been, they cooking, man. They cooking offensively. So we're gonna
Impressive.
see what they got going on. Um, Next, we're gonna got one more topic before we head out. We're gonna hit this real quick. Um, some fantasy standouts and disappointments. John, do you have any on the week?
So I would say standouts. I have to say the biggest one is somebody that won me the game in Poach Dynasty. Uh, Jameer Gibbs. I needed 15 points,
Yes.
and he got me 26. I love that. I loved that. I feel as though that was probably the biggest thing that I needed because I was 0-3 in picks up the other league that we're in, the
Mm-hmm.
16 league. And
Yeah.
then in this one, I was like 1-1. So I needed a win. I needed a win to show like that I'm on the right direction, especially considering the Panthers won too.
Yeah.
And Jameer Gibbs with his second
Came
touchdown.
through for you.
He punched
Came
me
through
over the
for
top, and I
you.
loved it. So that's my
It's always a
stand.
great feeling. It's always
It
a great
always
feeling.
is. When it was literally classic. Like I only had him, and my opponent was done. Like, and I was down by like 16 points, so I just needed him to go out for me, and he did.
Yeah,
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 and
man.
then
Any
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you got any more standouts, or you want to jump into the disappointments?
I'll go into the disappointments. I think that was the biggest standout. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was really the one that stood out
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
because he
yeah,
won me the game.
yeah, yeah.
Disappointments, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, the Bengals offense. Oh,
So
it's really
disappointed
gonna
right now.
it's gonna be bad for real.
It's
Is
gonna
it
be
really
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
that
tough.
bad?
It's gonna be tough.
Oh,
We need them to play some easy defenses for them to be successful. The
I
Vikings
want
just went
so much.
crazy on them. Blind
Yo,
Forest.
Brian Flores, the Vikings.
Defense. Yeah,
Yeah.
coordinator. Yeah,
I no, I I do not want Joe Burrow to be like the what could have been. That sucks, dog. He's so good, but he keeps getting hurt over and over and over and over again. Like, and the
another
team,
dude that
it
we got to
shows.
question. We got to question the organization. Like, should he regret being drafted by the Bengals?
That would have been a great question. Yes, would have been my answer. That I will say yes to. Yeah, I would genuinely, I would actually say that. Yeah, because the Bengals are such a horribly run organization. They don't want to pay anyone. Like, look at what happened with Trey
Yeah,
Hendrickson or whatever his name. The pass rusher.
yeah. Trey Henderson. They waited to pay him
Hendrickson.
until like
Okay.
the very last like week or whatever
Yes.
it was. Yes.
Yes. And look at what happened with T. Higgins, with Jamar Chase, not with Joe
Yeah.
Burrow
Yeah.
because they wouldn't fudge with him. But
I know, right?
yeah,
They'd be. I mean, they'd be the dumbest organization alive if they did something
if
like
they
that. But
did
yeah.
that, right? That
Yeah.
would Fafo.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, man. But any disappointments or
Yeah, the Bengals defense
oh yeah,
and
you
off
already you said
or yeah, offense. I meant
offense. You said
offense. Yeah,
yeah
but also their defense too. I have
yeah. But yeah, man. As far as standouts, man, Tyquan Thornton. I mean,
yeah,
he's been playing extremely well the last couple of weeks. I think he's become a go-to option for Patrick Mahomes downfield with Xavier Worthy being out and Rasheed Rice being out. That connection they have is growing. The chemistry they're having is growing. So
yeah,
I think that going forward, he's going to be someone to be keep your eye on. He's
definitely,
been great for he's been
especially with
great
all
for
these
me.
injuries.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So definitely that's good to see. I'm glad I added him. I added him on a waiver wire last couple of weeks, so it's been
Yeah,
good for me. Quentin Johnson, I think he's been good, really good with the Chargers actually catching the ball this year. But Justin Herbert, Justin Herbert, he's feeding them downfield, so and he's you know taking advantage of it, catching the ball this year. I think he's been great. Keenan Allen has been great for me. Um, I didn't expect him to, play well, but I had him in like one of my dynasty leagues still, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was thinking about dropping him too because he wasn't on the team until like the late. Chargers signed him late, so and then now he's producing every single week, double figures every
yeah.
week, so that's really good. It's one
No,
stat they said that
those are the best
yeah,
ones, to be honest.
yeah, man,
That was my
yeah, man,
Ramondre Stevenson a few years ago before he broke out and James White like retired and like all that. Like I, I just picked him in the 7th round and he just kept producing. I was
yeah,
like, wow,
yeah,
good for you.
for sure, man. It said Keenan Allen is the only player in the league with at least 60 receiving yards and one receiving touchdown in each game this year. So, I mean, he's been doing his thing. That chemistry with him and Justin Herbert, it never went away. He came back, stepped right in. He's like, this is easy for me.
Yeah, I
But
mean
now,
that's his best position. I mean, they need to use him in the Adam Thielen role. He almost had 1,000 yards last year or the year before.
uh,
Actually the year before he did have 1,000 yards, and then the
mm-hmm,
year after he was hurt for a lot of the time. But
yeah,
just scheme guys that are savvy open.
yeah,
Scheme them.
man.
Scheme them in positions where analyze the defense, figure out the best plays, and just be a quarterback safety valve where they're looking in the last second. You're just there because you know like what
Yeah,
the defense is
that
and
trust factor. That
where
trust
you
factor
need to
they have.
be, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. And disappointments. Calvin Ridley been really disappointing this year. I mean, I don't think he's reached double figures in any of his games. Maybe one he had. I don't know, but he's been very disappointing. Um, I should never trusted him because the Titans. I mean, come on, it's a rookie. It's a rookie quarterback. The offense probably bad, but I like
No,
their
I wanted
chemistry.
him too, Doug. I wanted him too. A lot of people did.
He's been rough for me. Um,
I would
he's
have taken him over Chris Olave if he was still available in the picks up league.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, he's been disappointing. I mean,
I'm
he
glad
just
I
hasn't.
didn't, but I would.
Right. I mean, they just haven't been able to give him the ball, so it's been disappointing. Ashton Genty, man, he's been disappointing. I mean, the
Yeah,
Raiders,
I'm
man.
glad I had Jenna was asking me Ashton Genty or Christian McCaffrey, and we stood there like waiting, and I was like, you know what, take the risk, whatever, McCaffrey,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
working.
Ashton Genty. Yeah, man, Ashton Genty's been very disappointing. The Raiders, man, their offensive line sucks. I mean, they
Yeah.
are terrible. They can't pass block, they can't run block. I think
Yo, we should know homeboy doesn't know when to run it after that Super Bowl. Yo.
I think they said that he's been like hit like the most in the league, like before the line of scrimmage. Before he like the most contacted before like he gets his first contact out is behind the line of scrimmage every time. So
Yeah,
he hasn't much time. They ain't creating holes for him. They're not creating lanes for him or whatever. So
yeah.
yeah. Um. But yeah, for one more thing before we get out of here, one last thing. What's one thing you're looking forward to going into next week 4 for the Panthers?
Oh, just to build off of what we've previously established. I mean, honestly, if we can. take the lessons that we learned. I mean, 30-0, it looks like, oh, look, it's fun, Twitter fodder, like, oh, we own the Falcons, but like, no, it's not like that. Like, that was the final score, that was the output, but there's so many variables. We could have done better. You know, look at the way that we performed, look at how we succeeded. I mean, a couple plays bounced one way, it could have been a Falcons touchdown. The fundamentals are what matters, and that's why I like Dave Canales so much, because he's always talking about the fundamentals. Let's progress in the fundamentals. Let's make sure that we are stout in our tackling, we're sound in our route running, in our processing the quarterback. That if you're a running back, take the yards that you're gonna get, like, and then you can worry about like making a play. Just build off of what's in front of you. And I'm excited to see if we can do that. Dave Canales certainly has the right coaching style, and I think with the right coaching, and this is where you get 130 plus win and you get a little delusional, but I see I see what we can become. And so I'm like, next week is the next step.
Yeah, man. Panthers definitely has some great momentum to build off of. This game, like I said, defensively they've been great. I mean, they continue to do their thing, but they do defensively. Offensively, you just want to see them continue to get better, take the next steps, the right steps.
Right.
Um, just becoming more explosive. I mean, get Terrell Millen more involved.
Yeah.
Uh, make
No,
sure you
I was
stay ahead
glad
of the
to see it.
sticks, stay out of third and longs, all that. You just want to keep the
There was
offense
a couple plays where T Mac
vision.
almost got the. I think I talked about one in particular where he almost had the green grass and he was going to go all the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's coming. I think those explosive plays between them are coming. So I think that's going. It might this week. I think it's going to happen this week. They're going to have a big
Yep.
play. So it's going to be good. I mean, the Colts, like I said, the Panthers, they got some winnable games on the next few weeks. So we should expect some good football from the Panthers over the next few weeks, and
Yeah.
they continue to build and become a move and rise to a good team. As
Yeah.
far as the Colts goes, as far as one thing I'm looking forward to, they play the Rams this week, man. At the at is that in LA. This is a key game for us. I mean, we've started off real hot. Offense has been smoking hot. I mean, one of the best offenses in the league. Daniel Jones is playing out of his mind, playing his best football. Everything is going well right now. The Rams, they come off a hard loss, a deflating loss. I mean, they're gonna be ready to play. So
Yeah, that was so close too. I couldn't believe it. Me and Jenna were watching it directly after the Panthers game, and then that blocked field goal was like, what? No way.
yeah, yeah. So they're gonna be ready to play this game. They gonna want to get out here and get back in the winning column. So we got to be ready to play. I want to see us because to me the Rams are a true contender in the NFC, Super Bowl
Yeah.
contender. So I want to see us how we fare against one of those teams. That it's going to be one contending for the NFC. Like, are we really the real deal, or are we just
This
a
is going
team
to
that
be
can
your
just
hardest challenge yet by far, I'd say.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, and then the Rams offense is great. They got Puka Nakua leading the league in receiving yards.
Right.
He's always someone we got to worry about. I mean, Kyron Williams is doing his thing. Matthew
Yeah.
Stafford is a handful, so you want to make sure you're getting pressure on him. You make it difficult on him. I hope Lou Anarumo is using his disguise coverages like he is different looks to try to confuse Matthew Stafford as much as possible. But
Yeah.
he's seen pretty much everything because he's been in the league so long, Matthew Stafford. So it's gonna be difficult. But if we can get pressure on him, you know, make sure
That's
DeForest
where it
Buckner,
always
Grover Stewart
it's so
in the
complicated
middle.
of a
Hmm.
game, but then it gets back to like the basics every time. It's like control the trenches and you win, you know?
Yeah, man. If they can control the interior, like push the pocket from the middle, man, that helps everything out. And put,
Yeah.
because he's not mobile, so you push that, he's gonna have to go to the ground.
Yeah.
Latu Lacho, I want to see him get his first sack of the season in this game.
There
Want
you
to see him get
go.
his first
That would
sack,
be
man.
nice. I liked him
Yeah,
coming
that'd
out
be
of school.
absolutely. And then offensively, continue to run the ball well, get the ball out quick to your playmakers. Um, Daniel Jones, stay clean. Don't force anything.
Yeah.
If the game is closer, then
I haven't seen him.
then
Does he
then
look
we
good
expect.
or does he just end up like winning? Like I haven't seen like Daniel Jones like play outside of maybe some highlights. Does he
Yeah,
look good every drive in
he
and drive
does. He does. He does look good. He does. It looks like he's a starting quarterback in the league right
out?
now.
Ooh, I
Um,
like that. All right.
so, but I want to if we hit some type of adversity, I want to see what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he can step up in that moment and make big time plays. It's the Broncos. I think he did that some. I think the Rams are kind of in that mode too. So you wanted to see if he can consistently do that from week to week, because
Yeah.
some people are thinking that he's gonna kind of eventually he's gonna
Fold. He's gonna get
fall
back
fold.
to
Yeah,
he's gonna get back to the Daniel Jones that we know and not be Daniel Dimes the third.
yeah. So hopefully he can stay in that mode, stay in
Yeah.
the infrastructure, you know, keep the confidence that he has, and he's continue to play well. Take what's given to you, man.
I think
That's what I want to
under
see.
Shane Steichen's offense, it's gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be a lot better because he has the athleticism
Hmm.
to move out in the pocket within, like not only just escape, but buy himself time and make out of pocket plays. That's what makes Bryce Young so good. Daniel Jones has a little bit of that.
Yeah, man. Yep. It's been another great episode, John. We've had some fun on this pod for sure. Um, week 4, man. We already at week 4. I mean, the weeks are going by fast, so we enjoying
I
some
know,
great
dude.
football.
It's already about to be week 4. Dude, I remember like training camp starting and me being like, oh,
You
finally
just dreading
football.
it because you just like, I just want to get to the real football, and now we here, and we
I
getting great
know.
football every single week, and our teams are
Oh,
winning now, so
it's amazing. It
it's a
feels
great
great.
feeling. It's an amazing feeling. Let's keep this winning streak going, man. Go Colts, go Panthers. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Um, hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you next time.
All right. Deuces.